Now, 4 suspects, including a middle-aged woman, have been picked up by the Bokrom police in the Ashanti region over the death of a 37-year-old plantain chip seller. Naomi Opoku, described as a drunk, is believed to have been raped to death after she had been intoxicated at a drinking spot on Saturday. Her body was found lying supine in the vicinity the next day. My colleague Oheming Terry has been following the story and joins us with more on telephone. Hello, Oheming. What more can you share with us about this unfortunate death?
Thank you, Israel. The disease Naomi Opoku went hawking in the vicinity on Saturday, and according to police reports, he went to a particular spot, drinking spot, where she has been frequented, and she got drunk. In the process, she couldn't control herself. So 2 gentlemen who live in the house which also houses the same spot decided to send her to their room. So they did so, and few minutes when they went back to the room to check, they saw one of the suspects who has been arrested, allegedly raping the disease with the support of others who are at large. So they came back to report the incident to their granny, who was also in the same house. And later, when they went back to check on her, they realized her body had went cold. So they decided, with the advice of their mother, the granny, her grandmother, decided to dump the body in the streets of Bokrom. The fiancé of the deceased, identified as Awud Bashiru, reported disappearance to police. So the next day, they saw the body in the streets of Bokrom in the suburb called Limes Quarry, and a report was made to the police. So after preliminary police investigation, the 4 suspects were arrested. They have been identified as Samuel Ade, Emmanuel Efiye, Yao Opoku, and then Margaret Abora for her role in the death of the deceased. So as we speak, the 4 are being held in custody of the Bokrom police, whilst the body of the deceased has been deposited at the Companoche Teaching Hospital awaiting autopsy. Israel.
Now, Oheming, you indicated earlier that the police are also looking for some persons who are currently at large. Do we know their identities?
Unfortunately, police will not give enough information except to say that there are people they suspect are accomplices and they are looking for them. So for now, they want to keep the names or the identity of those involved to their chest whilst investigations continue. And they've also appealed to residents in the vicinity who have information on the people who took part in this dark saga to also report them to police to enhance and further their investigation.
All right, so you're indicating that they're asking people in the vicinity to volunteer information on these people, except they are not saying which people these are.
Yes, they believe that the residents know those who took part in the act. For instance, it was residents who described the deceased as a habitual drunkard, somebody who has been drinking from this same spot for several months. So they know him, they know her, that she comes around and hawk around. And they believe that on this same day when she got drunk in that particular spot, there were people who were around, especially when the 2 gentlemen decided to offer some kind of assistance by keeping her in their room so that when she overcomes the situation, she will be able to go back to her house. But that didn't happen. So they say that, yes, people saw her in that same hour, in that same minute, with people drinking in that spot. So they want them to volunteer information. And I must say that it was information from residents who also led to the arrest of these 4 people. Had it not been the residents who volunteer information, I'm not sure, as police said, they are not sure they would have gotten to the bottom of this matter, except to say they would have even found that, okay, this is somebody who was found or who was seen walking. And so the next day, if they found the body in the street, nobody will be held culpable. But this time around, they have been swift and managed to arrest 4 suspects. Israel.
All right. Thank you very much, Oheming Terry, bringing it.